I was sitting there when Son scored, and then I was just like, oh yeah, quietly.
Oh, see, there you go. Got you. See, so
He's on 77, and he still has Lamina to play.
This is all for Arsenal, or is this for Chelsea?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That was when he did the whole 50 Cent.
Oh yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We're back. You're back. Tuning in. Let him shoot. Is back to my very right.
Big back.
It's boy MJ Bonnie Alpha Gang. Best to be here. Life's good. Copped the new vapors, so I'm happy.
Oh shit, you got him.
Yeah, but I didn't get my size. I got 8.5, so I'm gonna try and
Do foot binding.
yeah,
Tape the whole thing up.
Some Chinese foot binding.
I'm gonna try and somehow get a 9.5. That's my goal.
To my left.
Riley. Just going with Riley today. Nice, simple. Nice, good, man.
You should change W, Riley.
I could do W Riley right now. Nah, we'll just stick with Riley. We'll stay humble.
Wiley.
Huh?
Wiley.
Nah.
Yeah, Wiley.
That's not
Yeah,
bad.
that's all good. I don't like that one.
Miley.
No, I don't like that one either. Sorry, man. Thanks, though. To my left.
I say that. To my left.
To my left.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Jerome with a B, PBB in 4K,
Say Jerome with a B.
Pretty Boy Bud, Elon, young entrepreneur. Bring everything back. Today's a reminiscent episode.
I like that.
Yeah. Today we're doing the
Yeah.
fades into memories. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Back. Good day. Good day
Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
Before we get started, Bud, let him know.
You gotta like, share, subscribe. If you haven't done any of that, don't continue past this part of the episode until you do at least one of them. Preferably preferably subscribe. Then maybe like the next episode, and then we can do afterpay. We can do let him shoot afterpay. First, they just subscribe. Next installment, they fucking like an episode.
Facts.
Next installment, they comment.
Yep.
And fourth installment, they share.
Yep.
There you go.
You got 8 weeks to do that.
Let them afterpay.
Yeah.
Let them afterpay. There we go. We got it. But yeah. And if you are subscribed and you do all the other stuff, God bless.
What about the audio listeners?
Audio listeners? Get your money up. Get a fucking screen. No, I'm joking. Yeah. What are they?
Leave a 5-star review.
Like,
Thank you. Good, Riley.
Thank you.
Who you talking
Someone's
about?
listening.
Like, what's his name? What's the guy that... yeah, Stevie.
Yeah.
Shout out Stevie. Does he watch?
Yeah. Ray Charles, yeah. Does he watch? Well, Stevie watches because he's not actually blind, but Charles and...
Them videos are funny.
Why does he keep doing this?
He's pretending. Didn't you see the thing about him telling
He's got a phone.
Carmelo that he loves watching him play?
What?
He told Melo that he loves watching him play.
He has a phone as well. Did you know that?
Yeah.
For what, bro?
Obviously...
Do you reckon it's one of those like kids ones that just has shapes on it?
No,
But he's actually
he
what?
can see, Riley.
He could see.
Bad.
He can see perfectly.
He's just legally blind.
Yeah, I'm legally blind. Some of the comments from last week. Orgorpe said, Jeremy always standing on business when it comes to Liverpool. Respect it. Yeah, facts.
Facts.
Samir Aman said, LMFAO. MJ redeemed himself right away from last episode. Love to see it. Inshallah, midweek episode's coming. Sorry, it didn't come.
Pause.
Gandhi Banks said, first minute had me dead. When your team is winning, you just start doing stuff for real. That's
Facts.
yeah, apparently
True,
that's
true,
facts.
true.
Facts.
Mickey021 says, I pledge to get one new subscriber for every time Jeremy looks dead into the camera and barks next episode.
Don't do that, bro.
What?
Don't do that. That's how you get into the Hollywood shit.
No, that's what we got to start doing. You know, the shit where it's like, what are they called? NPC shit.
Yeah. How they?
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that Miles Morales dude. Oh, if you're allowed to free
These
punch
smell
anyone,
amazing.
oh, he's annoying as shit, man. Fuck.
Fuck, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And I'm gonna call you Entoko. Utter work nonsense.
Said it right.
Utter work nonsense is goalkeepers can't trash talk or play mind games with penalty takers these days, or they
Can't
get
they?
booked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is utter
Even
work
if you touch
nonsense.
Martinez would have got a red card
That's a
every
good
game.
one.
That's
What's
a
his-
great shout.
What's his name?
Ontoko.
On Toko. Well done, son.
Yeah.
Oh.
Zamboni,
Daughter.
we'll save your United review for the pre-game because he left a big one. Pause. Prince Koyama said, if Liverpool lose from this position, that's a bottle. No other way to look at it.
Fact.
Facts.
We're only 4 points.
And one more comment. Prince again, he said, the way Saka has cleared Foden needs to be studied. Foden is that kind of player that thrives when his team's doing well, but he'll never be able to carry a team like Saka has.
Facts.
It's true.
It's like that student when they get an A, the group assignment.
Facts.
That's Foden.
Let's start off. The biggest game of the week. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Chelsea versus Tottenham. Chelsea win the game 4-3 after a comeback. You showed a bit of
Yeah, I know.
cojones,
Bit of grit.
Big time.
bit of grit, bit of heart, bit of desire. 2 goals for Cole Palmer, and divorcee Enzo Fernandez strikes again, and Jadon Sancho finally makes a difference in a game.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, come on.
He did the other game before he got sick.
He's been doing a couple.
Yeah,
He scored
don't
the
do that.
6th of a 6 or the 5th
No,
of a
not that
5-1.
one.
Does that count as
Before
making
he
a
got
difference?
sick, I said.
What
Before
game?
he was sick, he was
He
playing.
was like sick for like 2-3 weeks. He
He
missed
was.
2-3 games.
I'm not going to rain on your parade. You did
Sorry, man.
you did good. You do what you need to. Chelsea have now gone within 4 points of Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool with the game in hand. Big win.
They got to win that.
How are you guys feeling?
You tell him.
No,
bro.
you go.
You tell him.
Feeling excellent. I'm feeling good. You know, like, you got to really take in these moments, like the little wins in life.
This is a big
But
one.
it's annoying because I was kind of sitting there watching the game. This is the only like downside because I was sitting there watching it and I was like genuinely getting angry when I was watching. And normally, like in previous years, I was like, oh, like I don't really care. You know, we're not the greatest. I'm not expecting much. But now that I see how good we are and what we can do, I've got expectations. So when we're playing crap like what we were at the start, it genuinely starts to piss me off. But that's also a good thing as well. It means that we are getting better.
Standards have risen.
Yeah, which I like. It's good. Good to see.
Yep, bud. Takeaways. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is the same one.
Oh, it was a whole skit. Okay.
Yep. Oh, pause.
Hey, that jersey looking tight, man.
Yeah.
Get this one.
Still hasn't got a new jersey in how many years?
Now, real ones would know what this version of Bajon is.
Yep.
You know? Let's take it back down memory lane.
Let's take him back to
Last
the
year, Tottenham, in Tottenham, went into the game with expectations of beating Tottenham. We didn't just beat Tottenham. We
club.
beat
3-point line.
we beat Tottenham. We beat them. You know, Ange in his ego thought, you know, I'm down to 9. Let's just keep doing a high line. What happened? Nico, 3 goals. This year, it's like he hasn't learnt shit. We even give him a 2-goal heads up. We gave him the 2 goals. Cucurella slipped twice. You know,
Yeah.
we said, here, you know, last year we felt a bit bad. Let's give you 2 goals, head start.
Yeah.
He said, let's take this. Solanke in my fantasy. I said, you know, I was like pissed but happy because Solanke scored. But anyways, back to the story. Solanke scored. I was like, okay. Early, it's 4 minutes in. I don't care. We can come back. Boom, Cucurella slips again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, shit. You know, 2-0. I'm a bit scared. And then we turn up a bit. We start playing proper. We bring a goal back, and then not even from the second goal, from the first goal, I knew we were going to win the game. I think as soon as Romero got injured, they started doing Shaka Warriors at the back. My guy Kuti got injured, and it's like the Great Wall of fucking China fell down.
Yep.
It was like it was made out of Lego, the Great Wall of China.
Yep.
Shit just fell down. And then after that, boom, Sancho, great goal. Do you see it?
Of course I saw him, man.
Great fucking goal.
Phenomenal.
Great
Great finish.
fucking goal. Then we go into, just before halftime, we were pumping them. We were about to score another one. They did have a few moments here and there, big chances missed. And then second half, we came out. We made a little tweak. I think taking off Lavia and putting on Caicedo into the midfield and putting Gusto right back, that was, for me, that was the thing that changed the game. I think doing that literally made the game, 1, more comfortable for us, and 2, our midfielders got to do what they do best. Caicedo just chopping players.
Yeah.
Enzo or Iniesta,
he's a
whatever
beast.
his name is now. Iniesta, Enzo, or Zidane. You take a pick. You pick one of them 3. You put him in that midfield. and they all look the exact same. How crazy is that? Enzo, Iniesta, all fucking Zidane.
You know,
See how I didn't pick.
Yo, we
See how I didn't pick Xavi. See how I didn't pick Xavi. He's none of them three, bro.
Yeah.
But anyways,
He's more like Lampard though.
yeah.
Box crusher Lampard.
I'll take
Divorcee.
that, man.
Divorcee. And
Divorcee.
can we just quickly before we move on, can we touch on the
divorce?
The divorce and how much of a factor that's played in not just Enzo but many footballers. It seems like if their performances have dropped on the field, the solution is get a new girl or leave your current girl.
Yeah. Like leave toxic relationships is what I say. Not leave.
We've
a
seen it
good
with
girl.
Enzo. We've seen it with Rashford. Whenever Rashford sees a drop of form, it's because he's just out. He's out in the streets.
Yeah, slutting around.
His focus is elsewhere. As soon as he gets a
Slutting.
girl, he's
Secure.
Locked in.
He's locked in. Exactly.
Rashford. Sorry, off topic, but Rashford when he got his girl back,
Grace from Love Island and Rashford
right?
together.
No, but the first one when he got her back, he fucking booked out a whole restaurant just for.
See?
He scored 6 that day.
Yeah.
They broke up, and look, he's been a flop for how long?
Now he's got. Now he's got
He's-
the
yeah,
new
he's
girl.
kinda literally-
He kind of looks back locked in.
Yeah,
Enzo. He
Enzo,
said,
yeah,
"I'm
divorcee.
too young to be married.
facts.
I'm too young to take care of this kid."
He's having life. He's having
22.
like 40-year-old life problems.
Yeah.
At 21.
And he said, "I've had enough. I want to get back to being what the world thought I was, which
Exactly.
is a top footballer." And look, he's
Yeah.
divorced. He's divorced and he's locked in.
He's still the father that stepped
Go,
up.
go, go.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Assist.
I think you said it right.
It
He's the
needs
father
to be
that-
studied.
Nah, he's the father that stepped
Stepped
up,
up.
but stepped up for Chelsea. We'll take
Yeah,
that.
he didn't step in
Chelsea
for his
beat his
kids. He
baby.
Nah,
stepped in
he
for
still
doesn't
his,
need
his
that.
club.
He doesn't need that
He
club.
still takes care of his kids, I heard.
Okay.
Still doing that
Club
shit.
over everything, bro.
But is that a thing? Is that I'm sure the comments will tell us that there's more examples of footballers who have either
Yeah,
left
there
their
would be.
relationship or they found a girl. It's like Arteta only gets players who are married.
Yeah. Or makes
Enzo-
them get cuffed up.
Exactly. Enzo,
Married.
he realized
Caicedo, wifed up.
Yeah.
Look at him.
exactly.
Because he didn't marry her last year. He was a bit shaky.
Did he get married this year?
He got married this
That's
year.
why he's performing.
And now, look at him.
Yep.
Gabriel,
Magalhaes.
married.
In, married.
Yeah,
Done. Odegaard,
married.
got a long life.
And
Is
having
he
a kid.
married?
Havertz got married
He
as
is
well.
married and has a kid. Yeah, now
Or is it Kai? Kai's married.
both.
Kai.
They're both.
See,
Kai got
Kai at
married.
Chelsea
Yeah.
wasn't married. Look
Yeah.
what's going on.
Facts.
Odegaard
See?
left Lacazette.
Sometimes a
and
change of relationship or a change in your relationship.
Odegaard left Lacazette, and now he's playing.
Oh my God.
Allegedly.
Shout out Al Jazeera for that one.
And ever since Mount left Chelsea, Reece James ain't been the same.
And
So-
I haven't seen Mount with a girl.
exactly.
So
True.
you tell me that is what's that? Facts?
Could be.
Contract max.
Facts.
Who else?
All I'm
It
saying
works
is
the other way as well.
sometimes if you want to see a change on the pitch, you need a change in your relationship. Whether that's moving on, whether that's getting married, whether that's having a kid, whether that's just locking in.
It's one change.
Exactly.
Sometimes it could be the bad change. My guy, what's his name? Ilicic.
Walker. Look at
Ilicic.
Walker.
Yeah.
Direct
Walker's
correlation
finished.
between when he cheated on his wife
And had sex parties.
and
shit.
was having sex parties. His performances went like this.
Yeah.
Courtois,
Ilicic.
when he got De Bruyne's girl. went
Stole De Bruyne's girl, went straight to the top.
skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Oh, same with Sterling. He had 3 kids at 14
Yep.
to the top.
What?
Huh?
Sterling had 3 kids at
Well, he had
Nah,
3
like
kids by the
18.
time, like he was 18, yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you
two
meant
different-
triplets. Damn.
Two different,
Baby
misses.
mamas.
So what are we at?
We're good.
damn, that guy's crazy.
Ilicic. Prime example of
Oh, yeah.
you got to find the right one.
Jesus.
He got caught lacking though. He found the wrong one. He found the wrong one.
Yeah, his career really, but it is an example of career. I'm not saying you need a specific change. I'm just saying a change in your relationship
Yeah.
will affect your on the pitch game.
COVID fucked him up bad though.
What's his
Icardi.
Icardi, yeah. Icardi did it
As
twice.
soon as he got a missus,
Icardi
boom,
stole his old teammate's girl, Maxi Lopez, and then
took her
Ilicic-
cousin.
Yeah,
He took her cousin.
was it Icardi that stole Ilicic's girl?
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no.
so.
Icardi took Maxi Lopez.
Yeah, and not wifed her, but took her when they were married.
yeah,
He got
Yeah.
the kids
Because-
tattooed
yeah.
on
Yeah.
him as well.
Icardi, when he first moved,
That's sicko.
Maxi Lopez was taking care of him,
Yeah,
and he was like,
exactly.
That's how he got close
But
to the wife
Ilicic, his wife just cheated on him.
during COVID.
Yeah,
he went back to surprise.
He
her.
went to surprise her and
Caught her
exactly.
doing.
Yeah. No.
Fuck.
Russell Wilson, NFL, started taking care of Future's kid.
Damn.
He went in form.
Fucking the best
Sierra.
footballer, Tom Brady. Miso left him. He retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. See,
Direct correlation.
because he's gonna play for another like 10 years. All he does is throw.
Facts.
You tell me you can't fucking throw to your 80s.
American ones, there's too many, bro.
Facts. Yeah, exactly.
NBA.
NBA. If we go into NBA,
Yeah. We
it'd
hear
be
all
a
episodes.
Ingram 4 hour long.
Ingram, Zion.
Ingram with midgets.
Yeah, Zion. Zion
Look at Zion
with
now, bro.
Mariah Mills.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a messy.
I haven't seen Zion
Zion doesn't
since.
play.
Yeah.
He played
You know-
3 games at the start of the season. That's it.
You don't mess with corn stars because they'll F your shit up.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
LaMelo got a BM.
Yeah.
Does he have a BM? Well, watch. If he impregnates her, he's doing this.
Violet Myers he's with.
Yeah, yep.
Who?
Is that not her? Oh.
Shout out. Who?
Anyway, back to business. Back to business.
Lonzo and Denise. Yeah.
Oh.
Lonzo's been out ever since. Yeah.
Good example. Jalen Green.
Mm-hmm.
He's balling out now. Why? Because he's locked.
Wait, who's got the same girl as Ingram?
Shaden, is it Anthony Simons?
Anthony Simons.
And that's like one of the only games Ingram's played all year. Was that game?
Same baby mom.
Yeah.
And he said, that's
And he
why.
said-
And someone said, that's why. Yeah.
What did he say? He trashed her.
She picked him over you.
She picked you over me.
Crazy.
Anyway, sorry, back to Chelsea.
Oh yeah. Back to Chelsea. Yeah, just great performance all round.
Well,
I
that's
think standouts for me were the midfielders. Caicedo and Enzo were very good the whole game. Obviously Cole Palmer.
He's addressing the big, no big games narrative.
He is.
Sorry, also just quietly, Caicedo another shift at right back, and a shift he put in.
See,
I'm just saying.
I don't mind it, but I think when he moved in, he felt more.
It changed the
comfortable.
game for us, but
But he
Lavia
kind
was
of
also
plays there
good.
though, in possession.
Yeah.
Right back.
In possession, he's still in the
I
middle
know,
of the
but
park.
then,
Converts
but then you saw
heavily.
how many counters were going on through that right, our right side, their left
true.
side.
Yeah.
So it was like it was a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
But yeah,
100%.
Palmer equaled the most consecutive pens with no miss.
yeah.
Yaya Touré's
Yeah.
record.
And then beat it.
He's a dickhead.
And what did he say? And what did he say?
No,
Samuel?
he equaled it and beat it.
Yeah, he beat it. He beat it. Sorry, he beat it. And what did he say? He said, the game was a bit tense. It was a bit mad, so I knew he was going to dive.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the game was a bit tense.
It was such a good chip as well.
It was the
So-
but he's a
perfect.
dickhead
That's the
though.
perfect Panenka.
Yeah.
And Foster, the way he just got, he looked
Yeah.
like he looked.
I'll
like,
be
The
so
memes
cut.
are so funny because he's looking off into the distance.
But the thing is, right? You look at the first pen, Palmer looks like fakes, goes that way.
Sends him.
Yeah.
The next pen, he fakes again, and then Foster's like, I got him.
Yeah,
Gets
yeah.
Panenka. Nah, I'd
Also,
lose my head.
Palmer should have had a hat trick.
I would lose my head.
Oh, he should-
Because
the
that
S-
chance
yeah.
he missed at the start.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Was it the Enzo cutback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enzo, yeah. I nearly threw my laptop.
But he
across
did
the
cook
room.
for Enzo's goal.
He
He was cooking
Bro,
for Enzo's
he
goal.
did Hazard-esque.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought this was we're going back to Liverpool.
Yeah, bad.
But I was
He
like-
was cooking.
He did.
He cooked for
And
Enzo's
Enzo
goal.
hit that left foot too, and
Yeah.
he did the.
That was tech, man, that
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah,
yeah,
facts.
it was.
Yeah,
Facts.
Enzo was playing good, man.
Chelsea, listen, you got to give credit where credit's due. I don't know how long you guys are going to be able to say, "Nah, we're not in the title race," especially being 4 points on in December.
We're doing
4
what
points
MJ
off.
does every year.
You have to.
That's what
Well, I'm just saying because it's not like it's an underdog story. It's not
It's
like
not.
Leicester just competing. Like you have spent the money,
Yeah.
you want to see results, you want to see your team perform, and you are performing. So
For me, I think this needs to be a sign to the ownership that, all right, we need to just invest a bit more, bring in. I
Bit
know
more.
it sounds crazy,
a
but
bit more, you reckon?
because we see the gaps there. We see defensively, we've been struggling all year. And obviously, Cucurella's slipping was so unfortunate.
Twice.
But defensively, that's our worst part. And because the rest of our team is actually working so well, we've got the pieces there. If we can bring in 1 to 2 pieces, which I'm saying goalkeeper, centre back, that's going to solidify us.
I think
And that
yeah,
should really help us push.
I agree with Riley. It's easier now to see who the outliers are
Yeah.
because certain players are now performing. It's easy to pick out the ones that are doing shit. So, for instance, Sanchez needs to GTS, bro.
bad.
He needs to get out.
He needs to get
bro.
the fuck out of Chelsea. I ain't even talking
Bad.
loan. I mean, just like loan him. Not even loan him. Like send him somewhere for free. I don't care.
Whenever the ball goes to him, I tense. Everything
Bro,
just.
it's actually
like,
scary
I'm
watching him with the
worried.
ball.
He's bad.
He's
And
terrible.
he's the thing that pisses me off. He's so casual straight after. Like he does a
Yeah.
mistake. Like he'll pass it straight into the middle. Camera pans to him. He's just chewing his gum.
It's a
Like
light
he
skin
just
drip.
didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Who
gonna
else
like-
used to chew their gum? Who else was it?
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly.
Fuck.
Specs.
They're the guys that piss me
Chewing
off,
that
man.
same gum that he was chewing from Napoli. He was still chewing.
They're like trying to act like everything's calm.
Yeah,
like they're trying to
nonchalant.
stay
It's
calm.
fake Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it infuriates me even more. If I saw Sanchez like, oh, sorry, boys, like, even do this. He doesn't even do this. He doesn't even put his hand up
Say
anymore.
my bad. He just kicks it straight back.
Kicks it into them and does the same
Yeah,
shit
he's
again and
funny,
again.
man.
But you see Spurs, all they did was press Badiashile and Sanchez. That's literally it.
Oh,
Worked
They were
every
the
time. They got
triggers.
the ball
They
back.
were definitely the triggers in the game.
defo.
every time.
But
But Badiashile,
he's lucky we won.
Cucurella's also like that whole left-hand side
Cucurella's
was lucky
very
you won.
lucky.
Nah, but Cucurella's been good throughout
I know,
the
but
Yeah,
in
but
that
for that
specific game, those two errors in one
could've
game,
got- Oh, yeah, it is.
Against any other team, you're losing 2-0.
But Badiashile, I'm yet to see a good performance.
no,
To be
we saw
fair.
3 in a row.
To be fair,
Don't say 3. It was 1. It was Southampton.
No, the game before, Villa, he was excellent.
Villa pressed with one man.
Leicester, he
The
was
others
excellent.
are midfielders. They just sit in a line.
I wasn't even
So
talking
it's
about
easy.
Southampton.
It's easy for Watkins to just do this. It's easy against one. When you've got a winger that was pressing him like Kulusevski, look what he did today.
I
Look what
want-
he did
I
today.
want
He
your-
didn't even have a good game today.
Just before we move on from Chelsea and this great win, I want your 3 takeaways. Go back and forth. Riley, Bud, Riley. Riley, first takeaway.
first takeaway, we see who the outliers are, and we need to improve on that if we want to be title contenders for
Say
this year,
names.
next year.
Name names.
Sanchez, Badiashile need to be replaced. We need a centre back, goalkeeper, ASAP.
Bud, next takeaway.
Next one, I'm starting to see competitiveness on the wing.
Yeah.
I like Pedro Neto on the right, but I also like Madueke on the right. So it's a good problem to have.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good problem to have at the moment because they're both battling for the starting spot.
Mm-hmm.
Madueke has some disciplinary issues, and I've said that before.
Did you see what Maresca said about him?
Yeah, he
It's
said.
true.
Yeah, he said.
Good coach. I
Yeah.
respect
That's what I mean. He's very honest in the media. He says he's not playing because he was shit at training.
And
You're gonna be
Madueke
shit at
actually
training.
And he gets
replied,
excited.
quite nicely,
Yeah.
considering.
That's
Thought
what I
he
mean.
was a bit of a dickhead about
If
it.
it was Poch doesn't say shit,
Yeah.
and he just keeps acting like what he does normally, and then becomes toxic. But it's good to see. That's my takeaway.
Takeaway number 3, Riley.
Number 3, Caicedo has to stay in the midfield. He's been good on the right-hand side, but he looks so much better in the midfield, and it's so crucial for us.
Love
and
the
it's
razor.
not like we have bad options at right back either.
Level
Yeah,
razor.
yeah.
Next, this is a bonus
Oh, you
one.
got a 4th one, okay.
I think we need to try Vega, like play him left back longer than 3 minutes. I want to see him play.
Cucurella has been one of your best defenders this
Yeah, I
year.
know, I get
Yeah.
that. But I mean, give the guy a chance. So he can play centre back as well.
You
and
don't
he
want
can play DM.
continuity?
I think he'd be better centre back than Badiashile.
Oh,
He's got the
okay,
height.
yeah.
He's got the strength. He wins aerially. So I think just try him there.
Only issue is another left footer. You want him, Colwill.
No, but I mean, if we're going to start Badiashile and 2 left footers,
I get
I
you.
can start him there.
Let's move on to United, who have had an awful week. They went to Emirates, lost 2-0.
Biggest rival as well.
Yeah, one of their biggest rivals, exactly. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, probably their 3 biggest rivals.
Yeah.
They lost to Arsenal in a game which they were expected to lose. So it's not, but they had to bounce
They
back.
performed.
100%.
Exactly.
You'd say they performed. pretty
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
For their
For what it
standards.
was.
Yeah.
I think for the most part of the game, they were in the game.
Facts.
But then they had to go to the next game against Forest, who were on a horrible run, their worst run of the season. They've lost to Arsenal, they
smashed
lost to
them, yeah.
City, they lost to Newcastle, I think, at home.
Expected.
3 in a row.
Expected from
So
them.
exactly. So it was like, oh, they're meeting Forest in a bad run of form. Here's where they capitalize,
Facts.
get a fairly routine win. And what do Forest do? Snatch and grab. The first half, I think Forest had about 20% possession to United's 80.
Yeah.
And Forest left with all 3 points. Amarum,
I wouldn't say it's snatch and grab, though.
I think it's a smash and grab.
There were so many times Nottingham Forest looked so much better than United.
But look at the goals they scored.
Because Martinez.
Right, if you replay that game, it's not going to happen again.
No,
That's why
that result could never happen again with how that game went.
Onana
Firstly,
was
we're going to
so
start
drunk.
off with Onana
yeah.
because for the season he's been faultless.
He's been incredible.
But then he does stuff like that, which makes you just question the man's integrity.
You know what it's like?
That should never, ever, ever go in.
Jez, he had bets on the game.
He has to
If
have
you're
bets
telling
on
me
the
he
game.
didn't have bets
His
on the
reaction
game,
told me everything.
and he just was laying
He
there
just
and he
got
was just
up.
like,
That's what I'm saying. You have to question his
Looked around.
integrity because there's no way that ball goes in.
As soon as I watched that, I got my phone out, went Safari, searched AFCON 2024 December. There's no games.
Yeah,
So why is he doing that shit?
facts,
You know?
facts.
What's going on?
And then the next goal, the 3-2, Chris Wood header. Martinez has watched it go in. Lenny, is it Euro who gets bossed in the air?
Yeah, he gets bullied.
Chris Wood back across Onana and Delit are both. You know the thing where you both go for it and nobody goes for it?
And you leave it, yeah.
Martinez watches it go in 3-2.
It's like you're
Martinez at
watching
fault
under
for two.
12s.
Yeah,
for 2 goals.
completely.
That
But
whole defense line.
He's got aura. He's a great defender.
that
Yeah, the
defensive
butcher.
line
Yeah,
is
he's the butcher.
disgusting.
Oh, the
That is
first
the
goal
worst
as
thing
well.
I've seen.
Milinkovic, or what's his name?
Yeah, Milinkovic.
The header was so easy.
He bullies
Martinez,
It was
Martinez
so
is
easy.
literally just standing there
Martinez
like, yeah.
looked like a little boy.
Yeah.
Who's it, Martinez?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, bro.
He just stood there.
He didn't even
Martinez.
jump. It's like that little thing you do to like.
Delit jumped like next to him, but he did like a little hop, and Martinez is stationary.
Yeah.
Milinkovic just.
You can tell that United has set up in a zone, and that was his
It's
area.
the worst zone because they did that against Arsenal. Literally conceded from it.
They
With
suck at
again,
set pieces.
one of the shortest players on the field won the header.
Which was the funniest thing because all week it was like they were complaining the Arsenal set piece FC. They conceded in 5 minutes again.
Did you see before the game they were doing set piece warm ups, which
Yeah.
teams
For
never
Arsenal-
do
against
before
Arsenal.
the game.
And you know, as I was watching the game, I was like, "Fuck, United just need a clean sheet. I'll be good for fantasy this week." 2 minutes, like as that corner was being taken.
Yeah.
Did you see Maguire doing this? It's like he's about to do the helicopter thing.
But tell me how Maguire comes on and they looked better defensively.
They actually have been, though, to be fair.
Delit was absolutely terrible. This guy would never pass a Lenny Yoro on his right, only go left, and he's the least progressive player I've ever seen.
They must have beef, I
back,
reckon.
back inside FC. That's
That,
all he's
that
got.
back three is like the back three that United fans wanted to see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it looked shit. I think
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
Yoro in the middle, and then Delit's got to be on the right to
Nah,
make
he
it work.
has no pace though, bro. He can't.
I know.
If he
I
gets
know,
in,
man.
like someone gets in behind him, he's finished.
But at least Yoro's actually good on the ball. Delit was so gross to watch.
I thought Delete was all right on the ball against Arsenal.
But
He
even
did all right.
bro, you should have seen. Did you see Ugarte as well?
All he was leave that guy, bro.
Right.
How much did they pay for him?
50.
Or how much are they gonna pay for
50.
him?
50. No, it's
50.
done. 50.
50.
He was literally hiding
see?
behind Gibbs White the whole time. Didn't want to show for the ball once.
Uh-huh.
And then he would just
yeah.
get on it on the random break
Mm-hmm.
and got the assist.
If I knew that Ugarte was gonna be just the exact same as Casemiro now, not even
Yeah,
Casemiro
it's the
like
same,
back
yeah.
when he was lit, you may as well just keep Casemiro in the fucking lineup there.
Yeah, save your money
'Cause-
for someone else.
Well,
Now you've just blown 50 mil.
Casemiro is still on like 400 a week or
Yeah.
300 a
But
week.
no,
or
what I'm
whatever.
saying is this guy's the exact same. It's just
Yeah,
a mirror.
yeah, it is.
Keep Casemiro in it then.
Facts.
At least he's got fucking 9-9. Like he'll go out and do shit.
But you know, I genuinely feel sad for Mason Mount. Watching
that
him
guy. Nah,
come on,
fuck Mount.
he was the most pathetic
Nah, he's-
player I've seen in so long.
You know what it is? Moral of the story: don't go chasing money.
Mm.
Sometimes football,
Be humble, man.
happiness is where it is. Where it is at.
True.
Where it's at.
Stick
Where's
to
that?
the rivers, yeah.
Because look at him. He wanted more at Chelsea. He demanded a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "No, f off, buddy.
Facts.
Go."
United are now in their worst ever position after this many games in their club's history. They sit in 13th.
That's also the first time Almiron's lost
Almiron,
2 games in a row or something.
Yeah, Almiron. Yeah, we can call him Almiron while they're not
Newcastle.
winning.
Yeah.
Newcastle,
Bro,
bro.
you may
Yeah,
as well, bro.
while they're not winning, we can call
That's
him
crazy,
Almiron.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? So Alex Ferguson, it probably got to a point where he was so happy. Now he's just like, this
He's
isn't
turning in his
fun.
grave, bro.
Like it's not fun to watch this. Did he die?
No, he's just on stairs.
might as well.
That's Charlton.
After what he's been watching.
Charlton died.
Well, didn't they get rid of his whatever position he had at the club?
Yeah, they fired him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the director of football that they just brought in,
5 months.
Left.
gone.
Yeah, I saw that.
He left
Yeah.
and they paid him out.
Yeah.
He hadn't even a play.
I saw a post.
He didn't even fucking
I
bring
saw
money.
this tweet, which was like,
Good on him.
hiring Amarim was like 15 mil or 10 mil, 10 mil, I think. Sacking him was like 5 mil. Signing someone else was like 10 mil. and then it was like Gravenberch 36 mil. It was just like all the exact cost of Gravenberch for just nothing. Let's go on to City quickly, just because we thought they'd bounce back and then we're going to see the same City.
Yeah.
Early in the game, the guy, whenever Palace play and Will Hughes gets on the ball, they go, Hughes! Yeah. It's the funniest
It's
thing.
like the same with Zuma. Whenever Zuma used to at West Ham, they used to be Zoo.
Yeah, it's fucking funny. Hughes assist for Munoz, who scores again.
My guy.
Yeah, I know, double assist. And then obviously City got back in the game. But then they just look stressed.
When they got back, I was like, okay, let me not watch this.
Yeah, it's
Like,
done.
I
Done.
I was like, fake watching it.
Yeah.
So I muted it.
You do that thing where you want your game to load quicker, so you stop looking.
Yeah.
You want the,
Oh, you don't want to crash?
yeah.
Facts.
You go like this.
So I like muted it and it was just like on my phone, like on whatever. And then I didn't see like the movements. It's like Lacroix goal, but fuck.
Yeah. Lacroix. Okay, firstly, we'll talk about Lacroix because the header, great. Powerhouse.
header.
On the ball, this is why you cannot just look at Bundesliga players and be like, fuck, this guy's good. He is one of the worst players I've ever seen on the ball.
I bought him in
Lacroix,
fantasy.
if you just
like 20 points as well.
Bro, I got him this week against him.
if you
Watch him
just
go
looked
out
at
straight away.
TikToks of Lacroix 2 years ago, you would have thought this guy's top tier centre back.
Because of the 93 pace or some shit. He had
And
a lot of pace.
Got a vibe, yeah. You know that? Yeah. You would have been like, this guy's steezy. He is one of the worst players on the field.
Oh, 100%.
On the
But
ball.
You know what he has? He has fucking heart.
He's got heart.
He got
He
fucking
does.
heart.
He's got heart.
He immediately did this to the badge.
Yeah.
He's been there 4 months.
Yeah.
That's what
facts.
they needed that club though.
Yeah, just
Bit of
heart
You don't need to be
merchants.
good on the ball as long
Yeah.
as you play
Fuck
for the
no.
badge.
Right.
Will Hughes.
Will Hughes plays for the
Perfect
fucking
example.
badge. Saar plays for the badge.
Sal
Yeah,
plays for the
badge.
badge.
Mateta plays for the fucking badge.
Munoz
Mateta
plays
is
for
the
badge.
most-
Munoz
He
plays for the badge.
Munoz
He's a dog.
like
Munoz
his dad
was in
played
Stomp
there.
the Yard in the first scene where Chris Brown gets killed. He plays for the... He does what's asked of him.
Munoz is like that guy that, like, Crystal Palace would have had one where is he from? Colombia?
Colombia. Yeah.
He's like, Crystal Palace would have had that one Colombian guy, and that's his great uncle.
Yeah.
And he's like, you have to play for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to
Yeah,
get on
yeah.
Munoz's bad side
No.
off the park.
No way.
Hell no.
Munoz walks around in winter, around now, singlet.
Yeah, he's
England shorts.
Singlet.
Yeah.
shorts.
Cholo.
And
Like
he's
three-quarter shorts.
yadded like...
Yeah. He
Everywhere.
puts foundation, I reckon,
Yeah.
on his face.
Yeah.
He's hiding that T-jaw.
I want to talk about, because I made a TikTok about Eze, but for me, it's like Eze is one of my favorite players to watch aesthetically.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is he going to get to the point where he is like as efficient as he is good to watch?
You know what my theory is? He needs to play with somebody or a player that he feels is better than him. And then that's when I think he'll be like, okay, I need to actually play
up.
properly.
Yeah.
Because now he gets the ball, he could assist, he does a nice turn, loses it,
Yeah.
or makes the worst decision ever. Whereas I feel like if he has a player that's better than him in the club or in his team, I think that's where you see the best version of him. Until then, he's just going to be like the big fish.
He's
small
cruising.
You know
pond,
exactly where
cruising.
he needs to go. He needs to be Aston Villa, replace John McGinn. I reckon in that team he absolutely thrives.
If he's playing off the left, I kind of like that.
Because I think he needs like the better, like MJ said, the better players around him is what helps him. As soon as he's the guy, crumbles.
He doesn't
He
play
doesn't
for the
handle
team.
that pressure.
I honestly think he's doing what, like we've seen this before at Crystal Palace, Zaha.
Which was my example, and I didn't want that to seem like a bad example. Like Zaha's career is as good as 85% of Premier League footballers. Realistically,
Yeah.
he's had a better career than most players who have played. But is it a case of like Eze, he's just going to plateau like that?
Definitely.
Is his
But Zaha seemed like
ceiling?
he stepped up, whereas Eze...
But Zaha could have left so many times. Could have left. Didn't. Just wanted to be comfortable.
You see Elise
It's
leave.
big, that's what I mean.
You see
That's
Elise
exactly
leave,
what I'm
and he looks like he's like
he's taking.
he stepped,
Yeah.
like he's gone another step. Whereas Elise, Eze still not jumped that one.
But you could even see when Elise was there, you could see that Eze was better at what he was trying to do,
100%.
decision making, like his actions. Whereas now he's like, oh, I'm the
To
guy.
prove he's the guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I need to show that I'm the guy. Whereas now he doesn't have anybody.
It's
really.
clear he's the guy.
So he's just like,
Yeah.
he takes a piss, man. I watch him and I'm like, you could have won the game for your team. Instead, you wanted to do some like
Extra touch, yeah, exactly.
extra, you know what I mean?
Or it could be like a mental thing where like he's like, fuck, I should have really left. But then when you walk into Crystal Palace, you see the love
He's
they
the
have
guy.
for you. he's like, I like this. Like, I don't want to do it because I feel for them.
And I'm not saying like
Yeah, you're
his
right.
career is nothing if he just stays at Palace, but it's like he has so much ability that he could be
Oh, he could be
as good as any attacking midfielder in the Prem, and he's just like 1 week he's mad, 1 week he's all right, 1 week he falls
I
off.
mean, his potential
He
is better
turns
than
up.
some of the 10s now.
Absolutely.
I'd say
Like
most.
Madison, like
I think he's better than Madison.
He could
personally.
he could clear Madison in a year, but I feel like just staying.
He's not going to get there, but
Yeah, I think
if he stays, yeah.
he's got one. I think one club or like one or two in January or maybe in the end of the season will throw.
Yeah.
If he doesn't take it, I feel like he's just gonna stay there.
I reckon there's so many different Prem clubs he could go to though.
Oh,
No, but I
easy.
mean like he's got 2 more chances before I feel like he's just gonna
yeah.
be content and just stay.
He
Facts.
needs to go.
Facts. I want to just give flowers to my favorite, personally, my favorite. This is the reincarnation of Demba Ba and Cisse up front. And Mbeumo and Wissa are cooking.
BBC.
You know what? You know what it reminds me of. Yeah, I agree as well. no, but it reminds me of Anelka and Drogba, not in terms of style, but in terms of vibes.
Yeah,
when they play
facts.
together,
Yeah.
you know what I
They
mean?
click.
9-10.
They
They've
yeah.
clicked.
9-10. They're elite.
Yeah,
And Mbeumo scored again early in the game. Hadn't scored for a while.
Yeah.
Then Wissa, his
Banger.
goal, he's got that finished since when?
Outside the box and he just curled that into the.
And he knew what he's doing as well. He just bang. He knows. It's crazy.
To be fair, bad goalkeeping from Pope.
Yeah, listen,
No, bro,
Newcastle,
I don't think
they're
so.
in.
Nah,
I think his vision. He didn't expect him to do
Pope
that.
Yeah.
tipped it further in. If he didn't touch it, I reckon that goes like just kind of like off middle a little bit.
Yeah.
Keepers don't expect them finishing.
Exactly.
I don't know,
Sometimes you're like
Because
ready.
in step, you're not setting up. They're not setting up. So the
And they
keeper's
study.
like, oh, then he goes.
Sometimes they study players and like, oh, he normally does this.
Yeah.
So you're probably like, oh, he's gonna do.
Nah, I get you.
And I guess it is to Bud's point at the start of the season. He said every team in the league is improving, so everyone's taking points off everyone.
Yeah.
Newcastle just took points off Liverpool.
Facts.
The next
Arsenal.
game they beat Arsenal, and the next game they go and get outplayed by Brentford at home, who are the most informed team at home.
They've
this
scored
season.
like
Brighton.
they're averaging 3
Yeah.
goals a game.
Brighton 2-0 up. You think old Brighton? Yeah, like last season, 2-0 up, they win the game. Like 5-1 or like
Yeah.
they concede at the end.
Yep.
2-2. Leicester.
Yeah, rude.
Yeah.
away
away
fixtures. No,
No,
they're
first.
now.
They have
I think they're first now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you guys didn't play, they climbed you,
But
They're-
yeah.
and they've got +3 goals.
They score 3 on average every
home game.
also
Yeah.
like Wissa, because Mbeumo gets most of the credit, but Wissa, he's got
He's a dog,
He's got
Yeah.
dog in it. He could go from scoring to breaking someone's leg in a second.
He's so good.
Because he's ready. He's about it. And there's not many players in the Prem who are strikers that are about it. Like as much as him, Cunha will fuck someone up.
Yeah,
Darwin is
Darwin's
about
about
it,
it.
except he's not scoring. He's just breaking someone's leg.
you just got to be on the field. For
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Potentially just red card.
Yeah, yeah.
Goal.
Potential.
I reckon
He's
this will be-
about it.
This will be streets won't forget.
Yeah.
In 5-10
Yeah.
years, it'll be like
bad.
these
And you're gonna
guys.
hear
Them two.
You're gonna
Bad.
hear funny, you know, he's
Yeah.
I can't wait for those times.
Because if Darwin was at Fulham, and we will go on to Fulham Arsenal, if Darwin was at Fulham, he'd
going
be
a brace.
regarded as one of the best strikers in the league.
He's
I'm
grabbing a
telling you.
brace
Yeah.
and walking away with like fucking just the fans, just 20 minutes of them just singing
Facts.
Darwin songs in front of him. He's just
Facts.
there.
Yeah,
Facts.
for real.
We'll do our first sub, Riley Samuel.
Are you heading off, Riley?
No, I'll stay.
Damn, this water's hitting nice.
All right, easy.
Nah.
Oh, we haven't seen you all day, mate. You wanna?
I did it.
Do you wanna swap with me, Mitch? Oh, no drip, huh? Yeah, smart.
What
What is good, eh?
You don't know what's in the cup I'm sipping, boys.
First sub of the game to my very left.
Blame. I'm back. And, you know, Liverpool didn't play, and I'm still happy this week, and I wonder why. I'll let you know soon. Guys, you just so you know, these cups say JD, but JD's not the alcohol that's in it.
It's just straight syrup. Just straight syrup.
It's that lean.
Speaking of Fulham, we'll
Got
go to
Zum Zum water
Fulham,
in mine.
Arsenal 1-0 at Craven Cottage.
What are the chances we go straight?
Wait,
to
wait,
And
wait,
I'll
wait.
address. Okay.
Pause. Why did you say it so slightly?
What are the chances?
No,
we go
because I was
straight
going to
to
address. I was going to address something.
No,
I was
no,
saying
say the thing again. The start. Rewind.
Alright,
When you know when Miss DJ's in your
Fulham, Arsenal 1-0. Arsenal dropped points, and after a good win at United, we really expected Arsenal to kick on. And I was saying to Samuel all weekend, Liverpool better not slip up because we'll be there.
You see what he does?
We'll be there.
Do you see what he does? He does his whole wrap up.
He wants to get it
in
out before
2
we can say
seconds.
something.
Yeah, he gets it out in
all
2
out before he can
seconds.
say something.
So then he's like, "Oh, I already said that."
Yeah.
Let's let him shoot.
Boys, I address
Yeah.
that.
No,
You're going to get your chance.
chance.
You're going to get your chance to talk about it. I'm
No,
just
why are
setting
you
it
doing
up.
your whole
Alright, man.
wrap up in 10 seconds?
Let us finish.
Yeah, I'm not finished.
Because some people
Hey, let
might
me
be
talk.
driving. Some
I'm
people
not
might be
finished.
driving, and they might think this is just the intro.
They want a long
'cause they
drive
zone out.
too,
Yeah.
yeah.
They want a long drive.
Arsenal dropped points, and as I was getting into it, I told Samuel they best not drop points because
Okay.
Liverpool best not drop points because we're going to be there. And what do we do? That's like if you've been talking to this girl. You're saying, "Yeah, I'm
I'm
finna-
gonna make you act crazy. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
make
Yeah,
that.
I'm
You know,
gonna-
I'm gonna make
yeah,
that act crazy.
yeah. Oh, I'm about to.
I'm gonna do the
I'm
craziest
about
things.
to. And then you get there. Nut. 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Done.
Buzz quick.
She's on the group chat
Yeah.
saying this guy did that.
And that's what we did because we.
You know the funniest? I'll tell you after. It's not me, but it's so funny.
I'm about to tear that shit up.
Yeah.
And then you get there and you're going.
It's so
Like
funny.
you're doing the craziest
dog.
Snapchats,
Yeah.
craziest calls.
Yeah,
And
allegedly,
then you get
yeah.
there, and then it's
He's got a puppy
quick.
dog.
Because-
Puppy dog aura.
Sorry.
And that's
You
what
say
Arsenal
sorry
did.
After.
Arsenal did that. They turned up 5 minutes. Full. You know, I was watching the game. I fell asleep. Woke back up 12th minute. 1-0 Fulham. And I was going, what the fuck happened? Like, you know those things where you
Oh,
think
man.
you're dreaming?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was wide awake from then on. Because
know what
I was
woke
like,
me
we're
up?
losing.
I'm wide awake.
Jimenez!
Yeah.
And then I woke up, I look at my screen, he's celebrating.
Great finish, by
I
the
couldn't
way.
believe it.
Yeah.
Great
What
finish.
a run as well.
Yeah.
Gave him a little check in and out.
I don't know what Kiwior's
Saliba
doing.
keeps him on side. And
No,
then
it's
chooses
not-
not to tackle as well.
No, it's not Saliba's fault.
He was a
I
bit
don't think.
scared. He
Saliba
was a
was
bit scared.
incredible. If you actually
He
watch the
was
game,
incredible.
Yeah, it was
No,
incredible. It was very
genuinely, he probably was incredible.
Jimenez was good as well, but Saliba was.
Guys, I'm sorry. You guys talked way too much from us dropping one game.
We didn't
Dropping-
talk. We didn't
No,
even.
no, you're talking.
You're capping for the camera because in the chat we were going.
but-
No,
it's
not-
a decent. It's a decent
I'm not saying
result.
straight after the game. I'm saying you in Sydney, 2 days ago.
Facts.
Liverpool better not drop. Bud
Yeah.
Riley, Bud Riley, Liverpool better
but
not
that
drop.
had
points.
nothing to do
Samuel,
with you.
boys,
Facts.
tell him.
I'm
Tell
there.
him.
I heard it. I heard
He
it
was
all.
doing this. He was going,
Yeah, facts.
boys, look at
Wait,
Samuel.
why are you
Tell him.
sipping? Your cup's empty.
Tell
Your
him.
cup's been empty for 20 minutes.
Tell him
what's
don't
his
drop
tag team?
points. Boys,
Yeah.
tell him don't
What?
drop
I'm
points.
just saying the truth.
That's what they'll
He-
say.
yeah,
That's what
but
they'll
he-
say.
he set
He
it
was
up.
doing this in
Boys,
Sydney.
tell him
No,
don't
no,
drop
no, no.
points.
He was.
Boys, tell him don't
Right,
drop
he
points.
set it up like
What was he doing
acting
in
like I
Sydney?
was starting
No,
center
no,
mid for
no, no,
Liverpool.
no.
Here we go.
That's
Tell
cap.
Samuel you
He
better
set
not
it up.
slip up.
Just then he
You
set
better
it
not
up
slip
like
up.
I was saying
Us
that
to
after
know.
the Newcastle game, which I didn't do.
You better not
I
slip
said
up.
that's a good result considering how
when
you
the
played.
camera's off, midweek.
All I said was before the games, I said you best not drop because we're going to
Midweek
be
before
there.
the camera's off,
It
you're
wasn't
telling
just
me
once.
you can go on a 7-8
No,
game
I
winning
know
streak.
these ones.
but don't make it
You're-
sound like
you're
after
telling me-
after you drew with
Midweek-
Newcastle, I was saying that because I wasn't
Midweek,
saying
you're
that.
telling me that you guys are going on an 8-game, 7-game win streak. Arsenal are back. We're not dropping points.
Facts.
I
You
did
guys
say that.
better not slip
I
up
did
because
say
we
that.
are not dropping
I
points.
stood with chest.
Facts. And then you
You,
get
on
to-
the other hand, don't
What?
stand with chest.
Been standing with chest
No.
the whole season. I said we're going to
If
win the
Liverpool-
league.
if
I said
Liverpool
we're gonna
lose the
win
league, what is it a
I
bottle?
said we're going to win the
If
league, so
Liverpool
don't worry
lose the
about
league,
that. I
it's a
said we're going to win the
bottle.
league. Worry about it
Exactly.
if we don't
You know
win the
what?
league.
You know what Arsenal did? You know when you got a whole jug of water, and you see someone there and he's thirsty, he's like, "Oh, can I have some water?" You give him a bit. You're like, "Oh, I still got some water, you know. I'll be all right." Then they come again.
Oh, they want another.
They're like, "Oh, can I have some more water?" This time you pour a bit more because you know they told you more of a sad story. You feel bad.
Give me
Then-
some more water.
You go to drink water because it's hot. It's summer.
This
You go to drink
analogy is-
water.
it's awful.
You go to drink water. There's fucking nothing in your cup because you gave him Isa. You gave him a Wobby.
ESI
and
ain't
you
do
said
nothing.
here.
A Wobby ain't do
here.
nothing.
You gave him the dagger that pierced your
No, we
whatever.
didn't.
You gave him the
We
dagger
did not give
that
them Jimenez.
pierced your fucking chest.
We didn't
you said,
give him
you said
Jimenez.
here.
Why is he
boom.
lying?
All those ex-Arsenal players didn't do a thing.
Yeah, they
It
didn't.
doesn't
If we're
matter.
being real.
Maybe
Oh,
Leno.
it's football one. It's
No,
football tennis
not
now.
Leno.
Maybe Leno.
Is football one tennis? Is it just tennis? It's fucking whole team.
They didn't do a thing.
They all celebrated, mate.
ESR got dragged early in the game.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like guys, if you ask
Aura.
me,
Aura on the field. Aura.
if you ask me, like I said, we had a big argument. Me and you had a big argument. It went from here, went all the way home. We argued more. I said, Arsenal, they fumbled in the transfer window. not signing an attacker. You told me we don't need an attacker. We don't need an attacker. I said, yeah, you should have spent your money on a left winger or a striker or something. You should have signed an attacker. And clearly, to me, it's showing that the only way that you guys can score goals is from set pieces. You say don't shit on your set pieces. Of course, I'm not going to shit on it because you're unbelievable from set pieces. But set pieces cannot be your only source of goals. It cannot be your only source of chances. In the game, you had 0.3.
Like, you look forward to
0.3
corners and
XG
No,
from corners.
we had chances
From
to watch the
corners,
game.
you have 1.56 XG.
Bro.
Against United, in the game, you have 0.1 XG from open play. From corners, 2.56.
What's
But
that,
your argument
Max?
isn't taking into account the dip in form players are having and the poor performances our players
the
are
missed
having.
your
chances as
issues
well.
this season have completely been not being able to score goals. You scored
that,
against West Ham, you scored goals, and against Sporting, you scored goals. But that does not cover up from the fact that this season you've been struggling to score goals, been struggling to create. While Odegaard was out, you couldn't create
Facts.
chances.
That's
and
what I
you
was going to
couldn't- and
say.
you couldn't score goals.
They blamed it on that. Now he's
Now
back.
you're saying without our creative midfielder, we're struggling to score goals.
You shouldn't be.
Which what?
You still shouldn't be.
What
though.
argument is that?
Realistically, you still shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be.
KDB
struggling.
was out for
If you
City
had a
for how
player-
long?
You have a player on the right that can create and can score out of nothing.
But
Saka.
this up-
but you don't
Okay.
have that
Get-
player.
get your shit off and we'll defeat
You
your
don't have that
argument.
player on the left,
And then you got
don't have the
brain-dead
player in
players
the
on
middle.
the left.
You don't have the player in the middle at 9, and you don't have the player on the left that can create and score out of nothing. And when you're a big team and you're chasing
Would you
a
say you
title-
guys have that?
Of course, we have the player
Who's
on.
that?
We have on the
Who's
left.
that?
Who?
Gakpo and Diaz are both can
Who's
do that.
that?
Gakpo and Diaz can
How
both
many
do
goals
that.
They both scored
Salah
less
can do
than
that.
our fucking left winger at
That's what I mean.
9 in the last 2 seasons.
You just have a freak
In the last 2
in
seasons,
Salah,
yes.
that's it.
You're saying I'm talking about this season. We have Diaz and Gakpo can both score.
Yeah, but they've
Just run
probably
now.
scored like 3 goals each.
You go to a season expecting
because-
injuries. But that doesn't mean you
No,
should derail
you
the whole
don't expect-
defense.
No, because
You don't
that's why-
expect all your
Just
players to
because
get
No,
Odegaard
exactly,
is
I didn't say
injured,
all, but
just
expect
because
injuries,
Odegaard
I'm
is
saying in
injured doesn't
general.
mean you need an
No,
Odegaard
what
replacement.
I'm saying is you guys are going
That's why
so
you build a
hard for
squad.
the fact that it was so clear that we need to sign an attacker. None of you said a word at the start of the season.
Well, he
I've
did.
been
No,
saying
you
it for
didn't.
4 years.
He's been
He
saying
said that even when we scored the most goals.
Yeah, but
so
he's
he's
been
just
saying-
making a point continuously for no reason.
But you're saying
It wasn't
he
for
didn't
no
say, but he
reason.
did
Oh,
say.
I'm
Look at
saying
it right
you,
now.
the person who's
Ah,
making
you
the
said
point.
Look at it right
guys.
now.
I-
Well,
I-
look what you're
I
doing
didn't
right
say it
now. You
last
got no
season.
goals.
Exactly. You didn't
No
say it at the
fucking
start of
goals.
this season.
I said it. Yeah, I said it during this season,
That
and
doesn't make sense though.
but it does make sense.
Why would you argue something in hindsight? You normally argue at the start of the season, Arsenal's going to struggle to score goals for this reason.
Yeah.
What's the point of making that argument when we've had all these problems and that's your scapegoat?
But you're saying all these problems, but your problem is clearly.
It's not. Stop saying clearly.
It is clearly. To
isn't,
me, it's clear your problem. And if you can't see that that's your problem, then fair enough.
Yeah.
Then you can't see, but it's clear that's your problem.
Do you know how many goals we scored this year? The same amount as you. The team that scored so many goals. We've got players that can do this, that can do that,
And
that
we
can
have
do
the best
this.
defense in the league.
And we've scored the same amount of goals as you. You're not screaming you should sign an attacker.
No, but he
And-
said
and-
he's
No,
ball-
what's your argument?
Exactly.
There's
What do
no
you mean?
argument.
We have
because
the
it's
best defense
convenient
in the league.
that the narrative suits what you're saying.
Yeah,
We have the best
No,
defense in the league.
it's got nothing to do with it.
You said it. Stats.
Go look it up. Look it
Yeah,
up.
let me look it
Yeah,
up.
look it up and then talk because you've been talking for half an hour about how we need an attacker.
You do
Your
need an
team,
attacker.
who's got all the players that can create, score out of nothing, have scored 29 goals.
And we've also
in the
played a
league.
game less.
Okay, good argument.
It is a good argument.
It's not
We
a good
played less
argument.
games.
It's not because there's no guarantee you
So
score
we're
in that
struggling.
game.
Let's say
We
you-
have-
you
Yo,
guys
that's your
scored 2
argument, by the
goals.
way.
Without
We're
scoring,
struggling
right?
now.
That's your whole
We've got
argument.
one. Huh?
That's your whole argument. That's your.
I said
We're
you're-
struggling to score goals. You guys are flying.
You are
and we
struggling
scored
to
the
score
same amount of goals.
You are struggling to score goals.
So make the argument.
Okay, can
I
we
did
speak?
already.
Yeah, speak.
The argument
You are
was
struggling to
No,
score goals.
address what I just said.
You are
Exactly,
struggling
that's
to
what we're
score
saying.
goals.
Okay, so address what. So are you struggling to score goals?
no.
We're struggling to score goals from other aspects.
You've never said that. You've never said that.
but
you,
are you
you just said you had wingers
Okay,
who
so
can
are
create
you
and
guys
score
struggling
goals,
to score goals?
out of nothing.
Are you guys struggling to score
And-
goals? Or are you
yes.
changing? Yes. So then why can't I say you're struggling to score goals?
What? You said we never said we're not struggling to score goals. We said it's not the main reason to why we are where we are this season.
I'm saying
me, it is.
No, I'm saying continuity is a reason why things aren't working defensively, going forward in midfield.
But there
You
is
sat here and said
continuity.
Arsenal don't have the players. You should have signed players. You're struggling
should
to
have.
score
Yeah.
goals, and you've sat here scored in the same goals as we have.
yeah, in one competition. But yeah.
Well, we're talking about that. You're not talking about
We're
us in
talking about
Champions
everything.
League.
If you guys struggle to score goals in Champions League, which I said in the
We're in
period,
the top 8
we're
of
down-
Champions League.
when I was talking
It's
about
obviously not an
when I was
issue.
you think where you are in Champions League
working?
is not an issue?
Not at all.
Fair enough.
Well, if the context
If
is
this
we've
is
had
where
all
you'd
these problems,
if this is where you
I'll
expect
take
to
it.
be, then fair enough.
I think
You
we should
wouldn't.
just
It's not an issue.
we should move to the next thing because this is not going to get
Well,
anywhere.
clearly, when you just sat here arguing how good Liverpool's attackers are, how,
That's not
how
the
they
point
can-
I'm trying to
I
say.
said
how
players
they
being
can
able to
create
score
players.
goals
Let's
out
move
of
on.
nothing.
Doesn't
Well,
mean
you
you
didn't
say
address the
clearly.
Liverpool point.
Your
You said
goals,
you were going to.
and I said, your goals, a lot is coming
Look,
from set
there we
pieces.
go. There we go.
How many though?
Clear, a lot.
It's probably 20%.
You think it's only 20% coming from set pieces?
It's less than 20%. United have scored the most goals percentage-wise from set pieces, and they're
We're
22%.
like 8th in the league. We're like 7th in the league percentage-wise.
It's just convenient.
And we've
You
scored way
make
more
up,
goals than
you
them.
make up this narrative.
It's narrative.
when it's Arsenal,
not. It's
because
not-
that's
it's
what
not
always the
stupid.
case.
It's not
is.
stupid at all.
We're set piece FC.
It's not stupid at all.
We do this. We do that.
Like I said, being good off set pieces is not
no,
an issue.
you've been saying off camera set piece FC the whole time
As a joke.
Stoke City
FC. It's a joke.
because it's a narrative.
It's a joke.
It's
Yes,
a narrative.
It's a joke narrative.
But it's not.
It's a joke. Clearly, you're not Stoke
You
City.
just brought up-
Clearly, you don't play like Stoke City.
You just
be
brought
honest.
up just
yeah,
then.
no, be honest. You guys.
You just brought up just then that a lot of our goals are from set pieces.
Exactly.
And we don't have the highest percentage of set piece goals.
not even
So it is a narrative.
But you do score a lot of goals off set
It is,
pieces.
so-
In your last 3 games, your XG from your last 2 games, your XG from set pieces has been exponentially
So
higher.
you've used 2 games to highlight the fact that we score a lot of goals from set pieces.
I use your last
For the
2
whole
games,
season.
and your last game, the game
whole
where you
season.
just dropped points that
Yep.
we're talking about.
Yep.
A big reason for you guys not winning that game isn't down to you guys conceding goals. It's down to you guys not being able to create and score goals.
So you didn't see the chances we missed?
You didn't. You rarely had chances.
You didn't.
You did
even
see the chances we missed?
I did.
So he didn't
I
watch
did
the
see
game.
the chances.
That's
you
exactly
missed.
what I said.
I did see the chances you
didn't
missed.
watch the
The
game.
Havertz chance,
No point
not
arguing.
really a chance.
It's not really a chance.
The Havertz, there's a player in front of him. It's a snapshot and it's a bad finish. One, if you guys can talk about if you have a better attacker, somebody who can do better, somebody can create out
We've
of
scored the
nothing.
same amount of goals as you, and your whole
don't need-
argument
that's
was
no
we
problem.
don't have attacking depth, we don't have good attackers.
What are
And I
your
said you
thoughts?
don't have
You're
players who
quiet
can
over
score
there.
out of
What are your
nothing.
thoughts?
Yes,
I'm
and
quiet
you do.
because I've said my
and you
thing,
scored the
and then
same
you
amount of
moved on to
goals. So
something
how
else.
is that possible?
Because in games where we've needed to score, we've scored.
What argument is that? We've scored the same amount of goals.
You scored 5 against West Ham. There's in games where we've needed to score, we've scored. There's been
You
games
haven't
where
scored
you've
3 or 4 this year in a
There's
game.
been games where we
have you
you've
scored 3 or
needed to
4 in a
score.
game?
Off memory, I don't know.
He used his argument.
When did we score?
I'm
3 or 4?
asking you.
Okay, so-
You're the Liverpool fan
So
who,
there you go.
who knows
So
all
you're
the
saying-
games.
there you go.
I'm saying, well, have you? You're saying, from my memory, I'm not sure. But you remember all the Arsenal games.
I'm saying you scored 5 goals against West Ham.
Yeah.
There's been games where you haven't scored. There were 3 games where you didn't even register an XG over 0.1.
Okay.
Those games, to me, it's clear that if you had signed an attacker in the window, which is one of your biggest issues, which is I think your biggest issue, then you wouldn't have those issues. Regardless of when Odegaard gets injured, if you had signed an attacker who can create and score out of nothing, and you aren't fully reliant on one guy, which while Odegaard was out, you were completely reliant on one
Can
guy.
I answer your question?
Sure.
What's the argument for Haaland not scoring in 4 or 5 games in a row?
The players that were creating chances for Haaland have not been performing at all.
All right, let's cut the show.
Exactly.
Why? Why is that bad? Why can't you say that?
cut the show.
Why can't you say that?
Good.
Why can't you say that?
Cut the show.
He missed so many chances.
Yeah, he missed
You
chances.
didn't bring that up at
Okay,
all.
The biggest reason
You didn't
one,
bring it up.
The biggest reason
You exposed
is the
yourself.
players they're not creating chances, and 2,
Okay.
him missing chances. Of course.
So he missed 3 clear chances in a game, and the biggest reason was they weren't creating
He said
chances.
the whole. He's talking about the whole
Well, I'm
period.
asking-
He's not talking about one game.
Well, you don't know what happened every game, but I'm bringing up examples of where he missed clear chances.
He's gone many games without even touching the ball, let alone.
Is it-
He was
let alone
doing that
missing
when he was
chances.
at his best.
and they were still creating chances for him.
Exactly. It's the narrative that you're picking to go with at this one moment.
Exactly. So what do I think their biggest issue is? Foden, De
They
Bruyne,
should have signed another
Doku,
KDB.
all
signed a
those
KDB.
players, Bernardo Silva, aren't performing to the level they were performing at
No,
last
it's
So
season.
should they have
KDB.
signed an attacking player? Because Savinho,
Yeah.
he didn't.
Why didn't they
He
sign an
hasn't been
attacking
performing.
player?
Doku
Why
hasn't
didn't they?
scored
They
at
did
all.
sign one.
No, why didn't they sign a KDB?
Well, they signed an attacking player. Yes.
No, but why didn't they sign a KDB?
What do you mean? Why didn't they sign a KDB? Do you think that? I think that they have issues in midfield depth now. Of course they do. But the reason do they sign a KDB? No, they didn't sign a KDB because
Why
they
not?
thought Foden was that. And has Foden been performing? No.
So how come you haven't afforded to any luxury or any conversation of the fact that our attackers just aren't performing? For City, it's just their attackers aren't performing or their midfielders aren't performing.
That's
And
For
the
us,
defenders
we
aren't
needed
performing.
and for us, it's we needed to sign someone.
Because they showed last year that they didn't need to sign somebody.
So did
So did
we.
we.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Didn't.
we literally
No,
did.
you didn't. If you don't win the league, you clearly show that you need more in the team.
That's the stupidest argument
No, it's
I've
not.
ever
It's
heard.
not.
It's
If your
literally
team is
the
clearly
stupidest
not good
argument.
enough to win the league or go far in the Champions League, you clearly needed to sign somebody to add on to that.
We went
so
as-
if you think that your team was good enough last season, then why are they struggling now? It's not. It's not.
Why are they struggling
continuity.
now?
It's not continuity.
Why are they struggling
Is your
now?
team
It's not
better because you
continuity.
signed Chiesa? Is that what you're saying?
No, our
Who did
team's
you
better.
sign?
Our
So
team-
why are you better?
Our team's better because we have a coach and
No,
a
but
different
did you
tactics.
did
It's
you
a new
need to
coach.
sign somebody
It's a new
to be
coach.
better?
Do I think we
Did
did?
you?
Yes.
Did you? Because clearly you didn't.
But yeah, we have got a new coach with new tactics. Your coach is the same coach with the same tactics.
So you
don't
think we
have the
played the
same
same now
tactics.
as we played last year?
I think you play very similar. Yes.
But we scored 100 goals last year. in the league.
Yes,
We were
I think
free scoring. We scored back-to-back games 5-0, 6-0, 5-0, 5-0.
And this year
So do we play the same?
yes, you do play.
So
similar.
is it the players not performing?
I think it's not having the players to score those goals.
Your argument, we scored the goals last year.
You didn't score enough last year.
But like you said
But you just
before,
said it doesn't matter.
what do you mean? I said it doesn't matter. I didn't say
We've scored the same amount of goals as you guys. What's the problem?
I'm saying you're struggling to score in games where you need a goal.
So context matters. Is that what you're saying?
Of course it does.
So
When
why
did I say it doesn't matter?
So
When
why
did I say
didn't
it doesn't matter?
context matter last season?
What do you mean? Why did context?
You said we didn't score enough. We didn't score enough. That's why we lost.
You didn't score enough. That's why because you didn't concede many goals, and you were defensively the best defense in the league. And scoring goals against Arsenal was one of the hardest things to do.
So
if not the
context
hardest
didn't
to
matter
do.
last year. So
Why,
you don't know
why
when.
does context not matter last?
So if we drew
Are you
3-3
acting dumb on
in
purpose
4
or
games,
no?
we
Are
lose
you
the
all
league.
right, mate? You're
Is that a
acting
goal
dumb.
scoring
You guys just talk. You're just talking and acting as though your point is right, but it's not right.
Because based
But
on what you
why isn't
said,
it right?
based on what you said,
I'm using your argument.
if we'd won a game 8-0 instead of 4-0, we would have been better off to win the league. That's the point you're making.
If you in games,
Do you not understand what
in
we're saying?
games, it's probably the same last year as it is this year. I know more about the results this year than I do about last year. But in games last year, in games where you struggled to score, I don't think there was too many. But if you struggled to score in certain games, you would have all felt as though you need another attacker who can score goals in those games. And it's a lie if you're saying you didn't feel that, because you do feel that when you watch Martinelli play, and many games where you watch Havertz play, you feel as though if there's a different player there, a better attacker who can create and score out of nothing, you win those games, and most likely you win the league. But this season, it's the same issue. Now you have other players not performing.
So
for
why are
me-
you top of the league? You're not scoring the most goals. You're not doing the most going forward. Why are you winning the league this year?
We have the best defense in the league.
So did we. So
And
you.
City
So we
aren't-
could.
and
So
one-
we could win the league based
and
on
one-
best defense.
and
We
one-
don't need to automatically score more
and
goals.
one, City aren't nowhere near as good as they were last season.
So it's context. So it's context. So it's got nothing to do with. It's got nothing to do with the fact that you're better or worse.
We of course are better, and we have shown we're
So
better.
it's all to do with the fact that City are worse. That's why
I'm
you're
saying
on top of the league.
that's to do with it. Yes,
It's all to do with it.
to do with it, of
Because you're
course.
not scoring the most goals. You're not clearly better than them at scoring goals.
better than who?
The other teams in the league.
We've scored goals in every single
my
game
God.
except for one game in the season.
It doesn't matter if you score goals in any game. Context-wise, it doesn't matter. You could have lost those games.
We've only lost one game, so you know the context.
That's not the context.
But you know the context
Do you
of those
understand what-
games. So when your team's good enough to score 1 in games that matter or 2 in games that matter,
We did that, and you're saying it doesn't matter because we didn't score enough
saying-
goals.
To win the
saying-
game.
You said the context doesn't matter because we
I'm
didn't score
saying
enough
last
goals.
season it wasn't good enough.
It was good enough.
It
You know, you
wasn't
can
good
lose
enough.
the league while still being good.
It wasn't good enough last
Right,
season.
it
and in
was good
Champions
enough.
League, it wasn't good enough.
Goal scoring wise, it was good enough.
In Champions League, it wasn't good enough. And in the league, it wasn't good enough.
Making the argument that we lost the league because we didn't score enough goals is such a poor argument.
Making the argument that you didn't have another attacker who could create and score
You don't
goals out
have
of
that.
nothing in big games, that's an issue for us.
So
If you think that's an issue for
So
us, you're allowed to say that's an issue for us.
who did City have last year for that? Apart
Foden,
from Haaland.
De Bruyne, Haaland. They had players who can create and score out of nothing. That's players who can create and score out of nothing. In big games where you need a player
De Bruyne didn't play half the season.
in big games when you need a player to create and score out of nothing.
we have
Foden was
so we have as many of
Foden-
them as they do.
We
and
have the same though.
You clearly don't have it.
Saka.
You don't. Saka and
Odegaard.
Odegaard. One of the guys was injured.
That's 2.
Trossard.
Trossard is not that. And he's definitely not that.
Do you think De Bruyne scored more goals than Trossard last year?
Created more chances, definitely, and scored more in total.
Did you just make that stat up or
I'm
no?
saying created more chances. And De Bruyne last season had the
Yeah,
third
but he's a
most.
creative
third-
midfielder.
Okay, so was Odegaard. He had the third highest.
Yeah, and
created-
Odegaard had the most.
De Bruyne was injured for half a season and had the 3rd highest created chances last season.
It's got nothing to do with who's first.
You just talked about Trossard. You said, do you think he
I said, do you think he scored more goals than
and
Trossard? That's
scoring
what I
goals
said.
isn't just, it's not just, I said it's create and score out of nothing. Players, you need players for that. And I don't think you guys have it. And I think that's your biggest issue, why you're where you are.
Okay.
You don't have it.
I'm talking about you.
But you're saying you guys have it. So what do you mean you're
I
talking
do
about
think we have
us?
players who can create and score out of nothing. Yes.
We probably got the same amount of players though.
I don't think you do.
We've scored the same amount of goals.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that you have the same amount of players
Yeah, it
that can
does.
create,
We scored
that
the
can
same
create
amount of
and score
goals.
out of nothing.
Can Gabriel
Doesn't-
score
We
out of
scored the
nothing?
same amount of goals. That's all that matters.
Can Gabriel score out of nothing?
If you're saying,
I'm asking you a
No,
question. So what's scoring out of nothing then?
if a team is if you guys need a goal and you need somebody to score or create something out of nothing, Gabriel is not somebody that you can rely on to create and score out of nothing.
I didn't
you
say
get a set
create.
piece.
I said, can he score out of nothing?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and unless you get
so
a
a set piece isn't out of nothing.
Mate, what are you talking about? You're using a defender who scores 5 goals a season or 6
You
goals
said
a
you're
season.
making it out like De Bruyne scores so many goals a season.
And how many
He
goals
scores
has
and
Diaz
creates-
scored?
Foden has literally only scored consistently for one season, but yet he's a player who can score and create
You
out of
said
nothing.
last season, who did
No,
City have?
we said how
Yes.
many players do they have that can do that?
You said who did City have that can do that? And I said last season they had Foden.
So can
De
Foden
Bruyne,
do that now?
Haaland. He's supposed to be a player who can do that now.
So
and
is
he's not
Martinelli.
performing.
So is
for me,
Martinelli.
no, he's not. If he is for you, it's fair enough. If you guys wouldn't replace Martinelli in a second, then it's a different argument. But you would replace him in 1 second.
We'll stop that.
Yeah, because he's completely out of form.
The first question: if you could erase one moment from football, what would it be?
This one. Fuck. This moment right now.
It's all getting cut out anyway. Fuck.
Yeah, it's not getting cut out here.
Did Rins come for 40 seconds and leave? He was not here before 9 o'clock.
It's because you weren't coherent at the time.
I think that's you, man.
You argued that. You argued
You've
that
been
we
here for
didn't.
time.
You
Yeah,
argued
you were
that
here
we
before
couldn't
I went
score
on.
goals. Only to have scored the same
Rins
amount of
was
goals
here
as us
way after I went on.
for an hour.
No, it was pretty. That was a bad argument.
It was a bad
He
argument.
wasn't here for an hour.
Didn't even talk about the fucking game.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen him in here in a while.
Is he?
Is he alright?
Is it locked off?
Yeah, it sounds like it's
Oh, really?
That's the first time hearing it the other day in the chat.
Yeah, same.
I thought it was fake.
Made sense.
I got mine.
I got mine.
Jordan.
So.
You got yours?
Yeah.
Turn your boards.
Mine is Cissé's goal versus Chelsea.
What the fuck?
That was the goal that broke our record. Wins at home.
Didn't he score 2?
We lost. But I remember this goal.
Which one?
The Swaz
The
one.
banana one. And I hate seeing it because it's on every
'Cause that was that
Crazy
right foot
video.
weird. Yeah.
against Czech. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Not really another Liverpool answer.
There is.
Gerrard slip.
He's got one.
Yeah, I've got one. Liverpool winning one COVID league is mine because it gave their fans that crawled out of the.
COVID League up.
Was it in COVID?
Fair enough, mate. Was the next season COVID League 2?
You didn't win.
Was it COVID League?
Yeah, sure.
There you go. Make your argument go.
Well, you interrupted me.
Go.
Why are you getting cut?
Go. 20-something points clear before.
Why are you getting
before
cut?
COVID
So I'm not
happened.
allowed to say my answer.
Because it's not a real answer. But 20 points before, 20 over 20 points clear before
Why
COVID happened.
Why are you so cut? I'm just putting an answer.
You know it's not before COVID, right? It's before the lockdown.
Yeah, before the season stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, so not before the actual COVID happening.
Yeah, before
But
it was an issue.
Liverpool people keep saying
Before it
like
was an issue. Yeah.
No, it was still an issue.
before
This
it
is
was
before
an
they
issue.
implemented the lockdown.
Why
Before it was an
issue.
issue to the football.
Why are
Yeah,
you so rattled?
Sure. Go for it.
Well, I tried. You started talking, so you can address it if you want.
Go for it. Go
You
for
can.
it.
Well, you want to do my answer?
You can get rid of the COVID league. You can get rid of COVID.
Was
and
it not
and then put
COVID?
league and then put league.
It was in COVID.
Go. Just put league.
Yeah, I don't know.
put league.
Was it not in COVID?
Put league. You're trying to make our title seem less than it is. Put league.
Well, it was the only League One in COVID.
What's
There was
the
two.
what's
No,
the
it wasn't.
Jens
There was 2
Lehmann
seasons
one?
that
What's that
had
one?
COVID.
Well, did the next season did they lift the trophy and it was
So
COVID?
it matters when you lift the trophy. So not the majority of the season being.
That's when you win the
there's-
league. You know that
So
when you win.
You know the majority of the season being when there's no COVID, then being when there's COVID. So
What's the Jens Lehmann
I'm fairly
one?
sure there was COVID in January.
the next season had more COVID than the Liverpool year they won.
Okay, you could have made that your one then.
Where you can get rid of COVID.
I don't know since when you're allowed to answer for me.
You
But
can get rid of COVID.
anyway.
and then you can continue.
Liverpool's COVID league because it's given their fans just weird chest when they didn't win anything for 30 years.
Won the Champions League.
Won
the
no
year before
league
it.
titles
Won the
for 30
Champions League the
years.
year before it. So
You know, won no league
Which
titles
you've
for 30
never, ever
years,
won.
and now they're giving
which you've never
fans
won.
lessons on how to win when they won no league title for 30 years.
And then we won the Champions League before that, which you've never won.
Doesn't debate my point at all.
Yeah. So obviously
It doesn't debate my
obviously the fans are gonna know what winning's like when you win the Champions League and the league within 2 years.
Doesn't debate my point at all.
It
Does
makes
it?
sense to know what winning feels like.
Doesn't debate my point. But anyway, Mike, sorry.
For me, I'm just gonna say COVID Prem / COVID footy.
Yeah, it makes sense that you two would put it, but
We've seen
Why
our
are you
team win the
getting
league.
offended?
I know,
I'm
he's
saying it
getting
makes
so
sense.
cut.
It makes sense.
I know
that
you're
you
drunk.
haven't heard It makes sense that
anything I'm
you
saying,
two would put
and
it.
You jumped.
I'm saying all I said is it makes sense that you two
jumped
would
the
put
ball over
it.
me.
It makes sense that you two would put it.
You haven't heard what
I'm just saying it makes sense.
You're cut. You're rattled.
I'm saying it makes
You're
sense.
rattled.
I'm saying it makes
You're
sense.
rattled.
I'm saying it
It's
makes
clearly
sense.
you're rattled.
Can I
I'm
answer?
saying
I've never seen someone this rattled.
I'm
Carly.
saying it makes sense that you put that.
I didn't
she's
care
got-
about the Liverpool situation.
She's
Mine
got
was
nose
just
cancelling.
watching the game
Smart.
with no fans,
He's rattled.
players being out for 2 weeks.
Tell her to
you have
start
to
walking,
isolate. It
bitch.
was terrible. I still hate watching
Bitch.
football this time. You just no players, no fans. You could see like all the subs in the stadium sitting in random seats with masks on.
Yeah.
It was just weird, eerie vibes. I didn't like it.
Especially for
Rattled.
Nans.
Why are you so
hear a lot of
rattled?
the swearing.
You're rattled to put Liverpool winning.
I can't be that rattled if I didn't
Liverpool
interrupt
fans
you.
must have had to do something.
I didn't interrupt.
They must have had
Well,
to do something.
I did say it.
Exactly,
I said
they
you
must
got chest
So
after
it
not
made you
winning the
rattled
league
to
for
put
30
us
years.
winning one league.
Not really.
But us winning
Not
one
really.
league to be your
You
biggest,
interrupted two people because you
your
got cut.
biggest moment.
You interrupted two people
Your
because you got
biggest
cut.
moment that
And
you
now you're
wanted
just
to get
saying
rid of.
irrelevant shit.
The biggest moment in football that you want to get rid of has to do with Liverpool. So clearly you were rattled by us.
No, I just said it's a fake league. It's a
Biggest-
fake
Your
comp.
biggest moment.
fake comp.
The biggest thing you could get rid of.
My team's won the league.
The biggest thing you could get
My
rid
team's
of.
won a real league.
No Champions
Your
League.
team hasn't.
No Champions League.
When was when you won the real league?
No Champions League.
Tell me. I don't
When
care.
did
We
we
ain't won
win?
the Champions League. I said that.
You don't care about
You haven't
Champions
won a real league.
League. Yeah, we have.
Next one.
You haven't won a real
We
league.
clearly have.
You haven't won a real league.
Clearly have.
Just ask all the people here if you've won a real league. Even
Clearly
your
have.
guy who was at your tag team match.
We clearly
But did Liverpool win a real league? Yes or no?
Can we move to
Huh?
the next
There-
one?
Now you
There
want to
we
win
go.
your team.
That's
Now you
not
want
to
to win
answer
your
your
team.
question.
He's on your team. I'm asking.
he's
That's not
Why
to
is he on
answer
my
your
team?
question.
You were tag teaming.
I've been
the
saying
whole
that
time.
before.
Why is he on my team?
Because you were tag teaming him.
If we're talking about Liverpool. If we're talking about Arsenal, yeah, deal.
Which players in the league need the Saudi Pro League more than the league needs them?
Sorry, in the Premier League?
Mm-hmm.
Great answer. That can't piss me off today.
Bud, who needs Saudi Pro League more than Saudi Pro League needs them?
Robbo from Liverpool,
Watch
the
out.
left back. Before you get angry,
He might say you're rattled.
I think from what we've seen of him, high standards. Not gonna say he's been one of the best top two league defenders for so long, but this drop off
Left backs, are you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this drop off is screaming, go Saudi, because if it drops off more, I think it's retirement, like early retirement. Because I know them Great Britain Dons, they need to retire early. Look at Rooney. Look what happened to Rooney.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, he's the same age as Ronaldo, a bit younger, 1 year younger. Look
He's
at the
younger,
difference.
yeah. He's younger than Ronaldo.
So I feel like you need to catch it, otherwise it's done. Like it's not like I can leave it for one more season. It's now or never. Like it's die hard. So, Robbo,
Sleep with one eye open tonight.
yeah,
The worst defender in the Big Six, Kyle Walker. His drop off has been generational. Worst positioning in the Premier League, probably.
facts.
He's lost all physical abilities, so it's made him the worst defender in the league.
Growing hair, but
Good read, transplant.
I've gone Jesus.
hey,
It's a sad day for me because he's one of my favourite players. He was. Cameo after cameo I've seen this season. I think he needs it. He's not even that old and he needs it.
No.
He needs it.
why does he
He
need
needs
it?
Saudi Pro League.
Still
He
the
can't
same
even
amount of
run.
goals.
He can't run. No, he scored way less goals. He ain't even
Still
scored in the
same.
league this year.
Yeah, still the same, but he's all about football.
No, he's not even doing the football. The football's left him already.
Maybe he just needs a missus, the right missus. He needs to
Inshallah.
divorce.
Inshallah, that's the reason.
Jesus, if you're watching this, get a divorce.
If we get 30 mil for Jesus right now, I'll bite your hand off.
or keep him and get him divorced, start a rumor,
We need to.
get a new wife. Yeah,
Probably.
gone there. I reckon Sir Alex used to do that to some of his players, bro.
Yeah, I see that.
Because he used to get away with a lot of shit.
He did gigs, I think. He did gigs.
100%.
He did gigs' affair.
He got into Giggs' ear about Giggs' brother's misso,
Yeah, facts.
and then planted the evidence. So then Giggs' brother would find out.
Planted.
Sicko.
He planted his dick in there.
Pause. Pause.
Can you even say penis on this?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah,
can I say penis?
No, say it.
Flaccid. What's that?
It's your reputation. For me, I'm saying Gundo. I feel like
Oh yeah, good.
he's a quality footballer, but I feel like his legs
Oh, it's finished.
have definitely gone from the Prem.
Yeah.
I mean, he could arguably go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you're trying to chase the bag, he's still good enough. You could go to like a Al Hilal, like a good side, get money, get paid.
Because he's half
Live
Turk,
well.
isn't he?
Yeah.
so
is he
they'd-
full or is he
They'd
half?
love him. Oh, full.
Yeah, but I think he's just, I don't know. You watch him play and you're like, he's just off the pace. His legs are gone, which is impacting his decision making. I think it's hurting him, and I feel like he's still very good. He could get the bag. Just
You know what it is, MJ?
leave him.
He's not the German engine. He's a Volkswagen. Them
Yeah.
cars, and you put too many Ks in Volks, they get done.
He's got Fabinho.
Most of them actually, yeah.
He swapped bodies with Fabinho, I think. Next question, which is kind of connected. Which player in the Prem needs a visit to Turkey? Interpret that however you want.
I feel like heaps of players have
Needs to go Turkey.
gotten their shit fixed though.
It might not necessarily be hairline, just for whatever reason.
Come to, what is it, Besiktas?
Come to Besiktas. Come to Besiktas.
Fact check this one. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Which one?
Kidnap one.
28 or 27? 27, I think. 28? Yeah. No. He's already almost there.
No, yeah. I feel like he's just gonna have her.
This little light of Who? Who's my man?
Bud, you ready?
Yeah, go the other way, please.
Mike.
For me, it's Reece James.
Same.
I feel like you're not getting any value from him being at the club. You could get decent money, him go to Turkey, get a payout, reinvest in the squad. I just feel like if you can't rely on players, they don't give you more than 15 games a season, back-to-back seasons. I think you just got to say, you know what, we've got to move on. We've got to get that money, move on. Thanks for what you've done. Have a go on.
Yeah, same. The exact same. Also, even if it's just for a trip, maybe he can get a little surgery, more snatched waist. Maybe he can get new ACL, hamstring.
He's never done his ACL.
Well, who knows?
Why would you need a new one?
Because he's carrying a lot of weight.
Yeah, but it's not done.
It could happen. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a problem for them.
Yeah. Okay, hamstring.
Yeah.
Anything.
Another Chelsea player, I've gone with Robert Sanchez. He's currently got the Avatar The Last Airbender haircut. So for him, Turkey, they can sort him out.
He
They're
did the
used to
reverse, Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far away. So just head to Turkey, go to Besiktas, get your hair done.
Mine's a player that needs to go to Turkey bad. There was like every player had to vote. I reckon he'd win unanimous. Like, and it's free chip. Like, you can nominate someone to Turkey, and you should go. Damsgaard.
Yeah, bad.
You can't be 24. You can't be telling me this guy's 24 years old.
He's not
And he
still
looks like-
24, is he?
It looks like
Is
he
still
stepped out of the
24?
hospital into the starting 11 for Brentford every week. You know them people that come out of the hospital that still in the thing?
He's 24.
Mm-hmm. Fucking hell.
When they're still in the thing, what's that rope thing they make you wear where you're naked in the back?
It's just a robe. I
What's
don't
it
know.
called?
Yeah.
It's got a special name.
Hospital gown.
Hospital gown. He looks like he steps out of the hospital in that straight into starting 11 Brentford. At 24. You think Brentford just waiting for him to retire because he's getting old? It's like when Everton gave fucking Rooney a lifeline, said, come play for us a little bit. And then DC United did that.
Yeah, facts.
This guy needs to stop.
Facts. All right, next question. Who are the top 5 strikers in the Prem in order?
Fucking easy. It is fucking easy. Like my list. Yeah?
Are we saying Mbeumo is a striker or just an attacker?
Just an attacker.
Attacker, I think.
Yeah, okay, that makes it better. Oh shit. I'm gonna say Cunha's a 10.
I
said he's a
Cunha on the
striker.
list.
Are you gonna put him as a striker?
Yeah.
Are we saying he's a striker?
I said I only did because based on where he's played normally. I know this year he's played a bit of 10. He's played a lot of 10 actually.
Oh yeah, I'll chuck him in to make it easy, and then I'm gonna put
But born with a whistle.
Okay.
yeah, I'm ready.
What?
Give me 2 seconds. Just need one more. Yep.
You can go first, bud.
My top 5 at the moment. I've gone Isak 1, Haaland 2, Cunha 3, Jackson 4, and Watkins 5. It's a hybrid between recency and just ability. I think watching Isak lately, for me, this is probably the recency bias one, him and Jackson. But watching him recently, he's doing stuff that Haaland wishes he was doing right now for a team like City, that like they need it right now. And I realize or everyone's realized he doesn't have the kind of ability Isak does to do that, which is score when your team needs it, whenever. I feel like when the service has stopped for Haaland, you're starting to see that he's more like reliable on the others. Whereas Isak, he just does it from nothing. You saw the goal he scored against Liverpool, just from nothing. And creating wise, he's one of the best passers for a forward in the league. Haaland 2, because still got to put a respect on the numbers. I've gone Cunha 3, just because ability on the ball, and now he's putting goals as well. Whereas before, it used to be a lot about just ability and not that much like goals coming out of it. So he'd have a good game, but there was no goals, so that was a bit frustrating to see. And now this year he's adding goals, which is good. Jackson improved a lot this season. He's adding goals, and his overall game has gotten better. If you're comparing Jackson to Jackson, not anyone else. And then Watkins, he's dropped off a bit this season. And to me, I just can't figure out why. It's because he's not injured. He's not.
Are you saying performance drop off or
Just
output? 'Cause
all round.
output's pretty consistent.
Still scoring goals.
But I feel like consistency-wise,
He scored one less than Jackson.
but how many of them were in one game?
I'm not sure.
And I mean performance-wise as well. So hybrid in between. But I feel like just in general, there's chances I've seen of Watkins this season where I've like, he's going to score this and he's missed. So I think maybe it's due to confidence. Maybe he's down a bit in form in himself.
Okay.
So, and it tells, you can see it.
Samuel.
Haaland won. I still think he's the best striker in the league. I don't think he's the best footballer on this list, but he's definitely the best striker. I don't think anybody else in the league can do what he can do. Isak too, he's, again, along with him, with what I said about Haaland, I think Isak is, nobody else in the league can do what Isak can do. As a number 9, he's probably one of the best passers as a number 9. He can create, he can hold up, he can score. He's deadly finisher. The only issue he has is staying fit. Cunha, pretty similar to the description for Isak, but yeah, just out and out dog. He can score now. He can finish both left and right footed. He can score bombs. He can do anything really. And then his link up play is almost second to none. Watkins, still one of the best strikers in the league. Yes, he's had a bit of a decrease in performance, but his goal scoring still there. He'll probably get through this easily. And then Jackson, based purely off this season and the player that he's become, because he's been pretty clinical, scores his chances now, and our overall play looks relatively decent, and he just stays dangerous.
I got the exact same list, but I have Jackson higher than Watkins, based on what I think he can do in the game more so. I think Watkins is a better goal scorer than Jackson, but I think Jackson is a better overall player than Watkins.
Isn't Isak 2 A's?
No.
Damn, my bad.
All right, so for me, I've gone Haaland as well. I feel like numbers don't lie. He's in an awful City team at the moment, and he's still first. He's just number 1. Isak, number 2. I feel like he's probably the most talented attacker in the league. I just think what hurts him is just his consistency around staying fit, staying healthy, playing 90 minutes week in, week out. Mm-hmm. I'm saying Jackson's number 3. I feel like what you get from Jackson is so much outside of goals, and I feel like when you look at the progression of Chelsea and how how free Cole Palmer can be, I feel like Jackson's a big contributor to that. He gets assists. His work rate is demonic. He'll run all game. He runs the channels all game. His hold-up plays become really good as well, and I think he's been really, really impressive and low-key underrated. He got a lot of criticism, but I feel like this season he's stepped up. You know, in the games he doesn't score, he's been a big performer. Number 4, I'm saying Chris Wood. I feel like I need to give him his flowers. He's been very consistent this season. He's scored big goals. He's been such a good asset for Forrest side, and I think he's part of the reason why they're so good this year. I think they've got him firing. He's playing very, very well, and yeah, I think he's number 4. And number 5. For me, Cunha's played in more of a hybrid role, less so as a 9 because they've got what's his name?
Larson.
Yeah, Larson. So Strain Larson. So I'm kind of saying he's not really a 9, but he is, and because of that, he's having a good season. He's phenomenal footballer. For me, he's top 2, top 3 in terms of like attackers ability. Like he's not strikers. He's too good. So yeah, he's not my number 5.
Guys. Wow. This will be a lot shorter for you than it was for us.
Fuck yeah, no. I'm not coming back next week. That's for sure. That's 4 episodes there.
Yeah.
I'm taking a hiatus.
This has been Let 'Em Shoot. Like, share, subscribe.
This has been Let 'Em Rent.
Let 'Em Rent. Like, share, subscribe. Maybe no beers next episode.
Have a
Someone's
nice
been
night.
cut off. Someone's getting cut off from beers.
Hey, it takes 2 to argue. 3 actually in this one. 4 maybe
I
even.
argued little, man.
4 maybe even.
Speaking of little man, Mitch is here. His favourite film.
Oh yeah, comment your favorite Christmas movie.
If you made it this far.
If you made it this, the episode's going to be
Home
short
Alone.
after that.
Favorite Christmas movie. You know, it got voted the greatest Christmas movie.
It by far
I think it is.
What else competes with Home Alone?
I've never watched even one. I might make my goal this year. I swear
Home
to God.
Alone's
He doesn't like Christmas.
just
So.
a classic.
The Grinch.
The
I
Grinch
swear
is
to
one.
God.
The Grinch.
But
is
I know
good.
the gist of it. Like I
I
know
don't really
it's a
care
kid.
too much about Polar
Someone's
Express.
trying to rob him or some shit.
Nah, I'm not a fan.
I'm gonna watch it this year. I promise.
Majority of them are good.
Yeah.
How many is there? 2 or 3?
4.
Oh my
I've
god.
seen maybe 3. I don't
seen
remember
4.
number 4.
He looks like a.
I've never seen 3.
This is the first one.
3 is exceptional.
I've never seen 3. I've only seen 1 and 2 and 4.
3 is better than
That's
2.
the first.
Guys, stop fucking ruining it, mate.
It's just the premise of the movie.
I just want
Well, thank you for watching anyway.
Did you end up getting that stuff from Denial?
Yeah, I got the stuff. Yeah. You want me to drop him off tomorrow or something?